Oh, pretty good, except for the police. They they were busting people just next door to us, and so we had to leave our tent and walk away. Ginger had to leave the tent naked and with running and wrapping the blanket around her. So we made it out, but it's always on. You have to be always on guard, you know. Otherwise, you go to jail, and we're facing 30 days if they catch us. So we have to be on guard for them. And we woke up about 5 minutes late. They were there right at the time that they could have got us. But anyways, we're here now at Alpha Square, and I'm really looking forward to talking to Kelly, who is who I took the SPDAT test with, and now she's gonna be my navigator, I guess, and I'm gonna find out what that means and what she can do to help us get off the street.
So we've already completed the VI SPDAT with you, and from what you've told me, your significant other has also completed a VI SPDAT. So you both have scores, and you're both in the system with a cap entry. So the next thing I want to do with you is ask you some questions that the VI SPDAT does not capture that are really important when you're looking for housing. So what it comes down to is housing barriers. What are your barriers to getting housed? And I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions, and we're going to discuss some of the things that are common barriers when you're trying to get housed. Okay? So let's start with income. Do either one of you have income?
No.
Zero income for both. Okay. Have either one of you applied for Social Security or any entitlement benefits?
No, a long time ago I did, but I was denied. But now I'm starting to, I have appointments with psychologists for, depression and anxiety, and maybe I'll go that road. I'm not sure, I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm also going to be looking for work too.
Okay. And your girlfriend, is she looking for work as well, or?
No, she's not looking for work, but I don't know if she will or will. I haven't really talked to her about it. She probably will have to, I imagine. But she also has some issues.
So do you have any evictions?
No.
No evictions. Do you have any criminal record?
You mean felonies?
Yes.
No.
No felonies? Do you have any misdemeanors in the last 5 years?
Encroachment, trespassing, which I don't know why I got the trespassing charge, because I had my bike on the side of the sidewalk that belonged to the storage. I guess that's trespassing. I didn't realize it, but yeah, so that kind of stuff.
How many encroachment tickets do you think you've had?
God.
Is it a lot?
Maybe 10.
Okay, that's high. Okay. So have you done anything or spoken to anybody about ways that you can mitigate that problem? Did you go to court on all of them?
Actually, I didn't know I had 8. I mean, I should have known. I got the ticket, I signed for it, but I went to court on one of them. I thought, well, I'm going to start going to court on these and take care of them. I went there and they said, you have 8 tickets. I'm like, oh my God. So they sent me to work furlough to work it off. And I worked off, I was supposed to work 5 days, and I worked, I think 2, maybe 3 days, and hurt my back. So I didn't complete it. So I don't know where that leaves me now.
So my suggestion on that is did you get a note from the doctor you saw when you hurt your back? Did you see a doctor?
I went to emergency.
Okay, so you get that documentation together, and you go back to the court, and you say, I was trying to complete this, I wasn't able to, this is the reason why, this is my documentation, why I couldn't, and they'll hopefully reassign you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that'd be my suggestion on what to do.
Okay. So just that that emergency visit documentation. I don't remember when that was, so. But they know.
One good thing is no evictions.
No.
That's really good. Now, and then I'll of course have to ask these same questions of your girlfriend. Like I said, barriers. The thing in San Diego right now is we have such a low vacancy rate that it's difficult for people that make 3 times the rent and have been at their job for a year to find a place. So, you know what I mean? Landlords can be like really picky when it comes to anything at all. I'm not saying there aren't landlords that will work with you, and I'm not saying that it's impossible. I'm just saying that this is another part of the puzzle when we're trying to house people that have been on the street. I would also suggest that maybe you apply for general relief, and the reason I'm saying this is not for the money so much as they have an SSI advocate at the 10th and C office, and just ask them, tell them that you need some advocacy for your SSI. Are you guys getting food stamps?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so you do have a way to eat.
Yes.
And then I'm sure you're utilizing places that feed as well.
We're banned from the main street, 16th, where they feed.
How did you get banned from God's Extended Hand?
The cops just gave us a stay away order, both of us.
Okay.
Yeah, so that really limits that. But we can go to St. Vincent de Paul.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sure that makes it difficult, a little more difficult too. And then animals. How many animals do you guys have? One dog?
Yeah, it's her service animal.
And is it actually a licensed service animal?
No. Doctors wrote a thing saying she needs it, but it's not she hasn't pursued the...
So it's a pet therapy or a companion pet? Okay.
Something like that, I guess.
And approximately how many pounds does the dog weigh?
She's bigger. She's not gigantic, but I mean, I don't know, maybe...
40, 50 pounds? And what breed?
It's a mix of German Shepherd and Labrador, I guess, or something.
Okay, and the reason I'm asking you these questions is because a lot of places have breed restrictions on how much your dog can weigh and what breed it is. So I always like to ask up front so that when I'm looking for possible situations that I already know that what type of dog you have and that. What area would you guys want to live in? If you had preferences of areas.
Probably downtown. Just
or
because,
close to downtown?
Yeah, it's because all the services are here, doctors, and
And how important to you is it that public transportation be easily accessible?
It's important. We don't have a car. Actually, we bike everywhere because we can't afford the bus pass.
Okay. So have you had utilities, water, gas and electric, or any of that in your name in the past?
Yes.
How long would you say it's been?
Oh, it's probably been maybe 3 years, 4 years.
Okay. Do you owe any utility companies money? Perfect. Zero balance. The last place that you lived and you were on the lease and paid rent, how long ago was that?
That was 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how was it leaving there? Did you leave on good terms?
Well, we left on good terms. Yeah, we were told to leave,
Okay.
so we left. I
Asked to leave and left.
Yeah, it wasn't eviction. It wasn't an eviction, but yeah.
Yeah, it's really great when people actually leave before it becomes an eviction. It's always traumatic when you have to move, no matter what circumstances you're moving under, but getting that eviction on top of having to leave is really horrible. The good thing is, the big barriers, evictions and criminal record, is not a problem.
Yeah, I know.
So that's helpful. Now what we have to look at is finding a place that's realistic for you guys to maintain on your own after you get some kind of help.
Yeah.
Or the possibility of a permanent supportive housing voucher for, I'm sure you both, I know you scored high enough for one.
She did too.
And I'm sure she did too. But the problem with that is I always do this, we have this many people that need help.
Yeah.
And we have this many people that are connected with people that might be able to help them, and we have this many resources. In San Diego, what we're really lacking in is the actual front doors. Yeah. Places that people on a fixed income or very, very low income can afford on their own, where they can still eat, still have the lights on, still have some kind of a life. But like I said, we don't despair. We find these things. We work hard and we find these things. It's just sometimes it can be challenging. Yeah. And with the permanent supportive housing vouchers, it can take quite a while because there's just not enough of that resource to go around. Yeah. So that's something else that we'll talk about more in depth, like what kind of help you guys want. Do you want a short-term, somebody to help you find like an SRO, a single room occupancy that would accept a couple with an animal, lower rent, but it's shared bathroom, it's shared kitchen or no kitchen, but the rent is reasonably low, enough that 2 people on GR with food stamps could sustain just their rent and eat. And to me, that's better than being on the street, but it's not much of a life. Yeah. So we need to just talk about what kind of solution you guys are looking for. Like for you, if right now, if you could tell me your perfect realistic solution to you and your girlfriend being on the street, what would that be?
A garage.
A garage?
A garage
really?
I could work out of, or a studio that I could do my art out of. Maybe make money with that.
I personally wouldn't be able to help you rent a garage and move into it because that's me moving you into a place not been meant for human habitability, which is like the polar opposite of what I do. So, but I mean, more power to you. And you wouldn't be. I know people that live in garages, and it's a reality, and sometimes it's better for their suited for their lifestyle because of the coming and going and that. But a studio, maybe we could find a studio.
Yeah.
That would be helpful. Now, would you guys be interested in any kind of communal living situation? Which would, it not necessarily an SRO, but maybe like a house that rented rooms and it was a shared living room, a shared kitchen, shared bathroom?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. What else do we want to know right now?
I know it's tough with a dog and with no jobs, no money coming in.
Right.
It
is.
We're not women with kids or disabled or, you know, I think probably the disabled or the Social Security angle might be the best for us. That way that check would be money coming in that we could, you know, but I don't feel good about that because I don't really feel like I'm disabled. You know, I mean, I am depressed all the time and I do have anxiety all the time and that does affect my job ability, but I can work.
Yeah. Well, of course, this is just my opinion again. You can ask for Social Security, and you can go on Social Security, and you can get into a living situation where you're able to take care of yourself daily, you're able to get more healthy, you're able to sleep well, you're able to bathe, and all those things that we all need to do. And you can look for work, and you can either go off the Social Security or augment your Social Security with working. I personally don't feel that going on Social Security means that you'll never work again in your life. But if you're in a position where you're depressed and you're anxious, and if you're living on the street and you have to move all your things every single day and you never know what's going to happen and you've got 10 encroachment tickets piling up on you, I personally don't see how you couldn't be a little depressed and have some stuff going on that, not saying that time won't heal it, but just saying right here in this moment, there's stuff going on.
Yeah, there is.
And I think it's also good to explore every single option.
Yeah.
And you worked before, so you paid into the system that's here to help and be a safety net for people. And I love to see the system used correctly and properly for what it's meant to be.
Yeah.
So that's just me on my soapbox about that. Just keep it in your back pocket, think about it.
Yeah.
And I think the most important thing is that we look for every single opportunity to get you guys off the street, whatever it is, except for things that you vehemently are like, no, Cal, I'm not interested in that. I don't want that living situation. Because at the end of the day, it's got to be something you're going to be happy with, or you guys are going to go right back to the street because you know the street. You might have to take this little small place for now with the hope that, like I said, you get inside, you work on your health, you work on your mental health, you work on all those things that make it possible to move up.
The rapid rehousing, how long before you're housed as compared to the permanent housing? Like, is it pretty quick housing with the rapid one and not so?
Yes, the rapid rehousing can be a lot quicker. We would have to, you match through the CAP matchers, through the CAP system, and go from there. But it would be a lot faster.
Yeah, but then you got to make it work.
You have to make it work. It's so hard here to get people housed for a lot of reasons. But for you, two of the biggest barriers, the evictions and the no criminal record, that's good. That's really good. Do you have any questions you want to ask me?
No, thank you. No, a lot of things to think about. I kind of feel like it's probably not going to work out, you know, because of the dog and I'm going to have to apply myself to work again, and I haven't worked in 4 years, you know. And so that rapid rehousing sounds like probably the way I would initially want to go. But I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want to waste my time if I can't do that. I have to decide now, am I going to be able to do this? You know, I don't know.
So you absolutely, whatever you decide, can't waste my time.
Yeah.
That this is what I do, and I love what I do. So it's really important that we always keep it like client-centric. Like, what do you need? How do you feel?
He probably had to run from the police this morning, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any suggestions on just in the next couple of weeks what they might do?
Yeah, she had to leave the tent naked today. The cops were right next to us. They were busting the tents right down the street, and we were on the corner. And we're like, oh my God! I got up to put my shoes on. Ginger, get out! They're right there! And she just wrapped the towel around, I mean the blanket around her. We just walked away from the tent and left it there to avoid being arrested, because they said next time we will take you to jail for 30 days. So. Yeah, then that's there's where the paranoia comes in, but yeah, and that's the anxiety too, and the depression, because you can't keep on living like that. But
Let's talk about shelter a little bit. I'm pretty sure you're going to say no, but I'm going to head it. And I'm going to throw it out there. Would you guys be interested in going to St. Vincent de Paul?
it's possible, yeah, it's possible,
Okay.
especially during now
And
when
you
it's
know
cold.
that I'm just going to check to see if the cold weather is operational for tonight.
But she has a dog. I don't know if they take her in with her dog.
They will. I have not got the notice for cold weather shelter for tonight. When the weather dips to a certain temperature, they open up like overflow space at St. Vincent's. You can't bring all your stuff, but you can bring yourself and your. I'm sure she can bring the dog.
Yeah.
And it gives you just overnight, 5 a.m. You have to get out, but it's warm and dry. You guys can go to Neil Good Day Center and get on the list for St. Vincent de Paul.
Yeah.
It's a long list, but if you want to take a break from the street for a little while, or if you want to mitigate that possibility of being arrested because they already know you, I would suggest you go down and sign up. Don't be daunted by the length of the list, because the list changes all the time. People drop off, they quit checking in, people go to different shelters. So even if they tell you, oh, it's this long wait, sign up anyway and just do all the things they ask you to do, and go from there. I wish that I could tell you of a shelter that I know you guys could go to today, right now, but we no longer have that here in San Diego. When we had the tent, it was very nice, and people were able to come much more easily and get in, but that's not the reality right now.
Yeah.
So, but I would suggest you guys check in at St. Vincent's. Just let me know if you do decide to do that. I just want to let you know we're trying to get into St. Vincent's. We've been told it's a 2-month waiting, or whatever they tell you the waiting list is. Be really proactive, and I'm sure the cops that you see, you know them all right now.
Yeah, and they usually give you the option, do you want to go? But we can't go right now because we have our things, and we don't really want to go there.
Okay, so
But
so that's good to know, because my other suggestion was going to be, get your stuff all ready, and then the next time the hot team comes and says, do you guys want to go to St. Vincent's, say yes.
yeah.
Be ready. But if you really don't want to go, then don't go. That's a moot point. Don't go. Yeah. Yeah. We never want to get you in situations that cause more stress.
Yeah, that place is stressful. It really is. The streets are stressful, but that place is too.
Okay. So let's get together next week with your girlfriend,
All right.
and we can meet here at Alpha Square.
Okay.
And that way I can meet her, and I can see what her take is on stuff, what she wants to do, and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write you a little list. So, GR, it's 10th and C. You have to apply for GR to get the help. So they have SSI advocacy there.
Yeah. Would you recommend going through the GR with the SSI, or through something like Friends of Friends, or?
Are you members at Friend of Friend?
No, but Ginger says that's a better way to go.
Okay,
I don't
so
know.
Ginger is smart. You guys actually should go. Do you both have your diagnosis paperwork?
I haven't been diagnosed. I guess she has. So.
Have you been to Jane Weston?
No.
Okay, I'm going to make another suggestion. You go to Jane Weston and get a mental health screening. I also hear you telling me what's going on with you, and I think of programs that you could be involved with if you had that mental health screening and you were assigned to Rita Crowell for mental health. So it opens doors.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm going. So the more we talk, the more little ideas I get, the more I can put it together, and then it gives me a better way of giving you suggestions of stuff I think you need. Oh, one more suggestion. Court paperwork.
Yeah, I gotta do that. Okay, thank you so much. I
You're
appreciate it, Kelly.
welcome.
All right. And I can read it too.
Yay!
All right. Yeah, I got some work to do here then.
One step at a time.
Yeah.
One step at a time. It's not a race.
After.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Evan from the hot team.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, he's
oh, that was
someone I've
Evan.
known for years.
I know it. Yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, how are you?
All right, Kelly. Thank you
Bye,
so
give me a
much.
hug.
Okay.
Good to
Thank
see
you. Good to see you
Okay,
too. Thank you for
hopefully
your
we can-
information.
No,
Okay.
hopefully we can make something great happen.
All right. I'll do those things you're telling me to do, and one of them at least, anyways. Come sit down. Bambi. Hi, mamas. We talked to her, and she's going to need to talk to both of us, really, to find out, which way we want to go with housing. There's a variety of ways. One is like a rapid rehousing, where they get you into a place right away. They pay the deposit, they pay the rent. They'll pay like 6 months rent, but then up to that. But then after that, it's going to be up to you. So it's like, are we going to be able to work and be able to do that? And they'll give us that time, but is it going to work? I don't know. And then she also talked about, I told her about the GR thing, where you go to get the GR, then you get an advocate there for Social Security. And she says, maybe that would be another avenue that we could go. She's open to a lot of different ways to get us off the street into a house. One was St. Vincent de Paul too. Anyways, she gave me a list of things to do. And have you ever heard of Jane Weston on 9th and Broadway? Come here,
Yes, I have heard of it.
She highly recommended, put a big star, that we go down there and get evaluated, because then we can go and see if the Social Security avenue is one way we might want to go, and I'm open to that, and I don't know about the rapid. I don't know. Now the rapid housing, it happens a lot faster. The other one, the permanent supportive, takes a long time.
I figured it would.
So I don't know, And if you get the rapid, then you don't get the permanent. So once you choose one, you're out of the other. So that's kind of a drag. But the court, I have to go to court. I have to go and finish doing what I was doing, that work thing that I didn't finish.
And you should do homeless court for all the other tickets.
Yeah, but I got to go and get, just that I went to the hospital after that to prove that my back was messed up, and then go back to the court and see what they can redo it for me. That's why that ticket was so high, that 500 whatever.
Okay.
But anyways, that's what it is. Next week we're going to talk to her if you want.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd love to.
So it was pretty good. A lot of information. Oh, another thing she said: if you don't have evictions and you don't have a felony record, then your chances are better to get housing. The dog, because she's bigger, is probably not good. The breed, it depends on the breed. But you have the papers for a service dog?
I have a letter from the doctor right now.
I don't know.
I'm going to go ahead and get her registered.
Then that would be considered not a service dog. That would be considered a pet therapy or something. But yeah, but anyways, that's just something that she's going to need to put us in a place.
Okay.
So it was pretty good.
Sounds good.
So you'll meet her next week.
It'll be work, but it sounds promising.
Yeah.